Welcome to our next RE lesson on Christianity. Today's learning question is, why is Christianity divided into different groups? This is something that we have spoken about a little bit in the previous lessons. Before you do today's RE video lesson, it's really important that you have done the reading comprehension because it links to the lesson and it will help you in your task. So if you haven't done this reading yet, please pause the video now and go and do it. Your first task today is to create a mind map about what do Christians believe. Think about the learning that we've done already this term and think about any other knowledge that you might have. You might want to ask a family member or friends to help you with this. Pause the video while you do this activity. Here are some examples of what you might have recorded in your mind map. Can you explain any of these further? Perhaps you want to go back to your mind map now and add some more ideas in. Think back to one of our previous lessons where we discussed birthdays. Many people celebrate birthdays, but they do so in different ways. A similar thing happens with religion. People believe, but they believe slightly different things and do different things to show their faith. Christianity is split into several different groups. These consist of people with similar beliefs. These groups are called denominations. Can you think back to our previous lessons and name any denominations in Christianity? You may have come up with Protestant, Catholic, Baptist, Methodist, Anglican, and there are some more that we're going to look at today. It is important to remember that although the Christian denominations are different, they do have lots of things in common, and all Christians believe in one God, follow the teachings of Jesus, and use the Bible as their holy book. The two main branches of Christianity are Catholics and Protestants, but then you do get lots of different types of Protestants as well, such as Methodists or Baptists. Here is a list of all of the Christian denominations. Some of them are very similar and others are very different. Have you heard of all of them before? Do you know anything about any of these denominations? Talk to somebody around you. Perhaps a sibling or a family member knows anything about these denominations. If you have done the reading comprehension, you will have learnt a little bit more about the two main groups of Christians in the UK, Protestants and Catholics. So Protestants actually includes many other denominations as well, but you may hear it referred to as the Church of England or the Anglican Church. So it can get a little bit confusing because people use different names for Protestants. But those are traditionally the two main denominations of Christianity. Hundreds of years ago, Catholicism was the dominant religion, and lots of people try and understand why Protestants and Catholics divided. Often, people mention Henry VIII. He split from the Catholic Church following a disagreement with the Pope because he wanted to divorce his wife. However, the answer is more complicated than just one king wanting to marry somebody else. Back in the 14 and 1500s, many people were not happy with the Roman Catholic Church and the way that it was run. They didn't believe in everything that the Pope was teaching them to do. And one of the main leaders of this movement was a German monk called Martin Luther. Protestants and Catholics, as I hope you've read in the reading, had different views about how the Bible should be read and who had the authority to teach people about the Bible. They also have different views about Holy Communion. So over hundreds of years ago, there were lots of arguments and conflicts across Europe between Protestants and Catholics. Eventually, England broke away from the Catholic Church and became a Protestant country. The Queen is the head of the Church of England officially, but she appoints somebody called the Archbishop of Canterbury. And again, hopefully you've read about that in the reading comprehension. Your first task is to complete this true or false quiz. You will need the information from your reading comprehension and some facts from this video. In your book, you can write the numbers 1 to 10 and just write whether you think it is true or false. If you think the statement is false, can you have a go at writing a true statement? Pause the video while you answer the questions. How did you get on? Pause the video while you mark. Your next task will again use facts that you will have read in the reading comprehension or have listened to in this video. So you may want to go back and look at certain slides or refer back to your reading. If you don't have the worksheet, which is in the home learning pack, don't worry, because you can create your own Venn diagram. You have to compare beliefs from Catholics and Protestants. Some of them are different, some of them they share. Have a go at completing this activity, and then there is an extend task on the next slide if you want to do that as well. Your extend task today is to choose one of the other Christian denominations that we haven't looked at in much detail and research it. Can you find out how it is different or similar to Catholicism and Protestantism? Well done for working so hard today.